If you want to 10x your life and see massive results, this is the video for you. Today, I've compiled some of the best advice from top creators on how to level up in any area, whether it's mindset, success habits, or personal growth. And y'all, I really love these videos from different creators because it gives you an inside look on, like, it just gives you experience from other people that you don't have to go through, because we all know we don't really have enough time to go through everything on our own. So it's best to learn from others as well. And even if we did have enough time, who wants to go through it all on their own when you can just learn from others? But if you're serious about transforming your life, watch this video to the end, take some notes, and grab my 30-day Glow Up Journal Planner, because it is the perfect tool to help you stay on track and make real progress. You can check it out in the link below in the description. I won't be coming back at the end for commentary, so make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments which tip resonated with you the most. Now let's get into it.
Here are the top tips that I did to level up my life in a year that you should do if you want to level up yours in 2024.
Is to stop dating. I know it's hard, but I promise you, when you get to the place you want to be, the people that you will attract will be way greater than the people you attract now. Like, you couldn't even pay me to talk to somebody I used to talk to before I leveled up my life. Sorry. You need to be 100% in love with yourself, because the only thing that matters is your career growth and your personal growth. Wake up early, and when you wake up, you want to journal and you want to pray, because your relationship with God is going to really get you through this year. And then you also want to listen to a motivational podcast every single morning. You need to go out 1 weekend a month, only one, okay? And you need to also once a week take yourself out on a self date, okay? Because again, you are only in a relationship with yourself and with God, and we're elevating our careers. Simple. I did it at 22 years old up until 23, and it changed my entire life. Let me know in the comments if you all want me to name the other things I did as well.
I have a question for you. If I came to your house right now and took a picture of you, would you be comfortable with me posting it? Exactly. A lot of you wouldn't, and I need you to be ready. If you stay ready, you don't have to be ready. Look your best even when you're at home, or at least look cute.
If I had to define the one moment that 10x'd my entire life, it would be moving out of my little random average ass apartment building into a 5-star luxury building. That made me 10x every single thing about myself. I changed my car, I changed my job, I launched my own business. I did everything right after I moved into that building. It was, I think my rent probably doubled, but it put me in a circle of people who were go-getters, who wanted the most out of life, who had launched their own business, who were founders, who were CEOs. And the energy in that building every single day energized me to go after the very best. And it really did manifest in my life. So if you're considering doing one thing for yourself, move into the dream building before you're ready.
There's this phenomenon that my one of my law school teachers taught me in law school, and I literally live by it, and it has transformed so much of my life. And the whole concept is becoming unfuckwittable. What does that mean? She would always tell me to become so great in life that even if people wanted to talk shit about me, even if people wanted to call me annoying, wanted to call me a bitch, like whatever it is they wanted to say, at some point in time, they also had to acknowledge my greatness. Like, you can sit here and you can say I'm annoying, you can say I'm loud, you can say I'm a bitch, but you also have to acknowledge that I'm a double-barred attorney and that I just graduated with yet another degree from an Ivy League. You just have to, right? Because that's part of my identity. And I strongly encourage you to become unfuckwittable with whatever area of your life it is, to the point that even if people want to talk shit about you, like, your haters are naturally going to acknowledge your greatness, because there's no way else to describe you. Like, oh, Sahar the annoying girl, oh, Sahar the dumbass. Okay, but she's also paid.
Buddy Grant Cardone talks about 10xing your life, your business, or whatever. There's lots of people out there talking about 10xing. I'm gonna give you the simplest way to do it. You don't need books. If you want to 10x your life, it is so f***ing simple. How about adding like one more salad a day? How about adding like 10 more minutes of working out a day? How about adding one cold shower a day? Like if you just insert a couple of tiny little things to your day each day and remove a little more social media, you'll 50x.
There is really one skill that I think we should talk about that can fundamentally change your life, and it is the art of finesse. Finesse is basically like learning how to flip a bag or learning how to optimize whatever you have to 10x it or multiply it and still have a high ROI months, years later. So I'm a finesse queen. Like I know how to flip a bag. And this week, for example, I was invited to one fashion week. I had one invitation for the entire week, but I sat at 5 or 6 events, some of them front row. I got business cards, job offers, invitations to influencer brunches. And it's really because I know how to build on momentum and use one opportunity to flip it into 10 more. Like there are basically 3 ways to live a fabulous life or to change your life. Either you are born into it, you marry into it, or you strategize and mastermind your way into it. And I'll be talking about the latter. So the first rule of finesse game is that you have to exploit your unique value proposition. All of us have like 1 or 2 things that we're really outstanding at, whether it's career, how you look, follower count, your intellect. Learn how to exploit and leverage that in your favor. Like it really doesn't matter wherever you are in life. You have 1 or 2 unique skills, zones of genius, or something that is a commodity for you personally that you need to maximize and exploit wherever you are in life. Rule number 2 is you have to learn how to work a room. Like getting into the rooms is the exploitation of your unique value proposition. But once you're in the room, learning how to work that room from an opening line, a hook statement, from being able to build rapport with people who you have nothing in common with, learning how to freestyle conversation with people, leaving them with a lasting impression, learning how to close the deal, or learning how to get their contact information and ensure that they want to stay in touch with you. And then lastly, doing the work to get noticed by the right kind of people and how you can exploit your unique value proposition to be on the radar of the sorts of people, rooms, circles, events that you want to be in. Now, all of this is predicated on you abandoning fear, abandoning the concept of embarrassment. I know some of us are introverts and that's okay, but you have to learn how to have a delusional amount of self-confidence in order for this bag flipping technique to really, really work for you. You have to walk into every single room and opportunity that you have access to and act like this is the last chance you will ever have to change your life. And that is where the energy comes from. So if you find this helpful, I'm going to be doing a series on the art of finesse, multiple parts, so tune in and follow. I'm about to tell you how to be unrecognizable in 2025. I am literally committed to having my hot, rich, successful year this year. So this is my series on all things glowing up. The first part of your glow up journey, getting very clear about what you need help with. The first thing that I want you to do is Google wellness wheel. You'll find something that looks like this. The wellness wheel covers the pillars of your well-being. So it's physical, spiritual, mental, through and rank each of those pillars of your well-being on a scale of 1 to 5. Anything less than a 3 is going to be an area of focus for you. The next thing I want you to do is draw 4 boxes. Now I want you to label the boxes. The first one is going to be physical. The second one is going to be mental and spiritual. The bottom 2 boxes are going to be social and then career and finances. Now, based off of what you just did in the wellness wheel and what you intuitively know, I want you to fill out those 4 quadrants with your areas of opportunity. So for example, for me in the physical quadrant, it's going to be elevating my wardrobe and figuring out how to do more than just one makeup style. Okay, so now that you're clear on what you want to work on, the next episode is going to talk about visualization and goal setting. If you like content like this, obviously follow along. And I also have a newsletter, so click the link in bio and I send out glow up tips and homework and all of that good stuff there too. This is a collective journey. We're doing this together. So share in the comments what some of your areas of opportunity were.
I want you to purge yourself of all things that are low quality and low vibrational, people, places, and things. True luxury does not coincide with clutter, chaos, or drama.
There's so many things that I want to do in this life, and I know I can't do all of them at once, but the reason I started posting more about health and wellness is just because I just want people to understand how much they have control over their lives, and how when they focus on their health, their mental well-being, lowering their stress, creating better relationships with themselves, with the people that they care about, that like your life can increase tenfold.
When you realize you don't need every part of your image to be a 10 out of 10.
Yes, yes, yes to everything this creator is saying. When I was younger, my mom drilled into my head that you always needed 2 out of 3. Your hair, your face, or your outfit. And I feel like this is actually kind of easy for Black girls because we already don't play about our hair. Even if your hair isn't in the style that you want it to be in, still know how to do our hair. To the point where, you know, we can still walk out of the house looking presentable. So hair is already a check for most of us. Now for me, I'm going through this major rebrand period where I have thrown about 90% of my closet away, and I'm so serious. So for me, it's obviously hair and then my skin and makeup. And in general, I'm just like a face type of girly anyway. Like I put a lot of effort and money into the neck up because that's typically the first thing that people are gonna see. Like my nails, for example, I'm not a nail girl. Give me a funny bunny, give me a put it in neutral, a French tip, some type of neutral pink or brown, and I'm good to go. Like my nails need to be done, but I don't put a lot of effort into my nails because you don't really see them the way that you see your face and your hair. And even with the outfit, like the outfit can be so basic, but it still looks good. Take a bodysuit and jeans, for example. Is it a boring outfit? Absolutely. But if you have the bodysuit that fits your figure amazingly and a good pair of jeans, you will look good. Will you necessarily look avant-garde? No, you won't, but you won't look bad. You know what I mean? So my wardrobe right now, I'm depending on a lot of basics to hold me over until I can build my wardrobe where I want it to be. But yes, this creator, she's checking all the boxes. If you want to fake the funk, pick your 2 out of 3.
So in the last 2 years, I've invested the most amount of money that I could ever think of in myself and in my life. And 2 years later, I am the happiest I have ever been. So let me share some of the things that I invested in. I invested in therapy. I invested in a personal trainer. I invested in a business coach. I invested in team members, so an assistant and editor. I invested in my spiritual growth and life. And what I've learned from the last 2 years of really actively investing in myself and in my life is that it is so worth it. Like, your life is worth so much more than you think. And your happiness, your genuine happiness, right, is really dependent on you. It's dependent on you. And something I think a lot of us lack, especially, you know, maybe as Black women or just women that didn't necessarily grow up with money, we are kind of brought up with a poverty mindset, right? That you need to save your money as much as possible and save for a rainy day. But the truth is, you need to invest your money. You need to put your money in things that are going to move you forward. If you want to move forward in life, if you want to change your mindset, if you want to just help yourself develop in ways that school can't teach you, you're going to have to invest in your life. You're just going to have to. And this does not always have to be monetary. You don't necessarily have to invest money, even though you're going to eventually. You can also invest your time. If you don't got money, you need to invest your time. You need to invest your time into things that are going to push you forward. If not, you're going to move backwards.
You want to know an easy way to be someone that is 10 times more intentional? Start living by the rule of only needing to learn something once. What I mean by this is don't be that person that constantly has to be taught the same lesson and constantly gets stuck in this like karmic cycle that you can't get out of having the same type of stuff done to you. We can't really always control what happens to us, but we can to a certain extent after we've already seen something similar start manifesting itself. And part of being an intentional person is understanding that time is so valuable and not wanting or being okay with wasting your time. And only allowing yourself to learn something once will actually help you propel so much, because you will move through these cycles of life way faster and be able to kind of like quantum jump into new and better realities, because you're moving at a faster rate of like, I learned it, moved on. They showed me, I believed them. Instead of staying in these loops of like seeing the same exact shit, like we do have some control over that. And this can like apply to anything from like situations at work and how to communicate with people who are like on your team or your supervisors, to like friendships and like realizing that like, oh, you've attracted like a weird blood-sucking friend in the past, so like let's make sure it doesn't happen again, and let's like see the red flags right away. Or you're sick of like staying in these loops where in relationships like people keep treating you the same way. Like you can see some of that earlier, but you have to be so intentional about not being willing to see the same thing happen to you over and over again, and not having to learn things more than once.
That's it for today's video. If you found value in these tips, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment on your favorite one. And if you're ready to take your glow up to the next level, check out my 30-day glow up journal planner in the link below. See you in the next one. Bye, loves.